We are here enjoying the day at Europa-Park. Follow along on our exciting adventure.
Welcome to Europa-Park. Today we're going to show you around. Come along with us.
We visited in December, about 40 degrees, a little rainy, but honestly, it didn't slow us down at all. In this video, I'm going to show you around Europa-Park, day and night, with 2 kids under 5. But before we jump in, let's quickly cover a few basics because this park is huge and there's some logistics surrounding getting there and staying there. Europa-Park is located in Rust, Germany, spelled R-U-S-T, near the French border. We drove and it worked really well for us, especially with the kids. It's also accessible from several international airports. We paired this with a trip to Strasbourg, and it's about 45 minutes from Strasbourg, but we actually flew into Frankfurt and explored Frankfurt, rented a car there, and then drove the car to Strasbourg and kind of did some other Christmas markets in this trip too. I have videos on those if you're interested in how you can create Europa-Park into a larger European itinerary. We visited in the winter, and because it wasn't busy, we were able to see everything we wanted to see in one day. We were there when the park opened, and we stayed until the park closed. But if you're visiting during peak season, a spring break time, or in the summer, you'd definitely want more than one day to experience Europa-Park. We stayed on site, and honestly, that is my biggest recommendation. It's kind of like the Disney experience where there's certain hotels that are tied to Europa-Park and Rulantica, which is the water park. Europa-Park, it's right next to a small town. So if you stayed nearby, but not on site, there aren't a lot of restaurants or evening options. The park is also right next to Rulantica, like I mentioned, and you can stay there as well. There is a shuttle that takes you between the hotels of Rulantica and Europa-Park. Bottom line, please stay on site.
Would you mind pushing for just a little bit?
You can bring your own stroller or rent one at the park. There's also an app, and if you're staying at one of the partner hotels, you'll get several email communications prior to your stay. Very similar to the Disney experience. It helps you prepare a lot for the experience. And one quick note, if you're staying on site, make dinner reservations before you arrive. The restaurants get very busy. They were busy even during the winter time when we were there. Most of the restaurants are buffet style within the hotels, so it has a lot of options for the kids and adults, so it's perfect for a day after the park. I go into a lot of detail on the making reservations and staying on site in my Hotel Santa Isabel video, so make sure you also review that if you're planning a trip to Europa-Park. All right, now that the basics are covered, let me show you what a full day at Europa-Park with little kids actually looks like. We stayed on site at the Hotel Santa Isabel, which meant early park access, and that made a lot of difference for a one day at Europa-Park. One thing I didn't realize before coming, Europa-Park is not just rides. There are these full Fairytale style villages, little character areas, shows, and so many places just to walk and explore. Very similar to Efteling.
You don't like it? Okay.
thing I want to point out because this really matters when planning. Europa-Park has a lot of rides with height minimums. Our kids are on the taller sides, which means we're able to ride everything with a 0.90 meter requirement. My oldest also qualified for the 1.2 meter rides. That opened up a lot more options for us than I had originally expected. If your kids are closer to the minimums, it's definitely worth checking their heights before you go. And even though there is a height minimum that I mentioned earlier, there are still so many rides that you can go on together as a family.
There's several rides that you can just walk behind the kids so that if they get scared or anything like that, they've got their parent to comfort them pretty quickly. So that's a really great thing about Europa-Park is other parks I've been to, they haven't allowed the parents to walk behind and be right there with the kiddos. So big plus. Hello! What's been your favorite ride today?
The boat.
The boat? Which one?
The one spins around.
Oh, that one was cool.
One thing I really appreciated at Europa-Park was how thoughtful it is for families and babies with toddlers. There's a DM store right in the park, basically like a Walgreens, but completely focused on baby essentials. They have a diaper changing station and nursing rooms available, which makes a full day here much easier for families. And very European, water bowls for the dogs everywhere. One of my favorite parts of Europa-Park was just wandering through the different countries. Each area feels completely different, and it made the day feel slower, more relaxed, even with the kids.
Holland.
Wait a second. Okay, you might get her wet.
Oh.
Alright. Let's let her.
Yep. Was manchmal. So pretty.
What do you think, Patty? Are these lights ready? Maybe Patty wants to put it on here.
Oui, mais c'est ça, Europa-Park, c'est genre.
Schau mal, Ella. Da sind ja ganz viele Gäste.
Oh oui, tu as raison. Il y a tellement d'invités. Tu crois qu'ils savent ce que la boule de neige peut faire?
Du meinst, die Schneekugel kann etwas Besonderes?
Oui, bien sûr. Oh, regarde, ça brille là-bas.
Oh, schau. Die Schneekugel leuchtet auch. Meinst du, das hat etwas zu bedeuten?
Oui, je pense que la boule de neige doit être posée là-dessus.
Thanks for joining us on a wonderful day at Europa-Park. Make sure to like and subscribe and comment if you have any questions about the park experience.